This is Henry Simon, bringing you another story from my files here at the Missing Persons Bureau.
In these stories of the Missing Persons Bureau, dramatized for Henry Simon by Ross Napier, names and addresses have, for obvious reasons, been changed. In one moment, the search for Colette Renoir. Address unknown. And here again is Henry Simon.
Having travelled fairly extensively, I've had the opportunity of sampling the food of many different countries. And although I'm by no means a connoisseur, I like to think that I've acquired a taste for good cooking, be it French, Austrian, Italian, or what have you. It isn't my taste I wish to speak of, however, but that of a certain gentleman named Elliot Dryden, to whom good food was just as essential as the very air he breathed. Such was his claim, at least. And it was very largely because of this that he had come to rely so completely upon Colette Renoir, his cook, much to the annoyance of his wife Edna, who was more than a little jealous of Colette's prestige.
Oh, for the life of me, Elliot, I can't see why you're so captivated by that woman's cooking. I didn't enjoy my dinner a scrap.
That, my dear, it's because you have no appreciation of the finer things.
Oh, you have the gall to talk about finer things. All you ever think about your stomach.
Good food's the essence of life. More wine?
Thank you, I've had quite enough.
The perfect aid to digestion.
Sometimes I wonder why you didn't marry her instead of me.
Marry who, my dear?
Colette.
Sometimes I wonder myself.
Oh, the whole situation's so ludicrous. It's impossible to run the house in competition with another woman.
You're not required to run the house.
It seems to me I'm not required to do anything.
Many wives would consider themselves fortunate in your position.
Not if they had to put up with Colette.
You've never liked her, have you?
Neither liked nor trusted.
She's honest enough.
That's not what I meant.
You're worried she might persuade me to run off with her. Is that it?
You know as well as I do. There's nothing she'd like more than to have you to herself.
Strange. I've always looked on her as the moral type.
Moral nothing. She's French, isn't she?
True. Unfortunately, she's also fat and 50.
How I'd adore her to hear you say that.
By the same token, of course, she's a good 5 years younger than you are, and quite a bit slimmer.
She has the legs of an elephant.
And you have the trunk.
Very funny.
The lady herself.
Monsieur finds your dinner satisfactory, I hope.
Colette, it was highly satisfactory. You surpassed yourself.
Oh, thank you, monsieur.
Monsieur may have enjoyed it. For my part, I thought it was abominable.
Madame.
For a start, the meat was underdone and far too highly spiced. And for another...
No notice of her, Colette. She's in one of her moods this evening. Aren't you, my dear?
If I am, it was brought on by the dinner.
I am sorry, madame. I do my best.
Your best to butter up my husband, perhaps. But your charms don't work on me.
Oh!
Ladies, please.
You hear what you say, monsieur. I am insulted.
You will apologize to Colette, my dear?
Never. What I said was the truth, and everyone knows it.
No, it is too much. Monsieur, you will accept a week's notice.
Oh, come, my little Colette. You upset yourself needlessly. Madame was joking.
I most certainly was not.
Oh, yes, you were, my dear. Or did I forget to mention that I saw a large, furry spider on the porch as I came in earlier?
Oh, spider? Where?
Not to worry. I have him in a bottle on my desk. Now, you will apologize to Colette, won't you?
Please, Elliot, you...
Apologize to Colette?
I am sorry, Colette. As my husband says, I was joking.
Of course.
Such jokes I do not find funny.
Madame has a peculiar sense of humor. You really must forgive her.
Yeah, I forgive her. This once. But if it happens again, I go.
It won't happen again. Now, I think we might have our coffee.
Oui, monsieur. In here or in the drawing room?
In here, I think. It's a trifle warmer.
Oui, monsieur. I will bring it at once.
My dear, how often must I tell you not to torment her? One of these days she really will walk out.
If I thought that, I'd take to her with a pitchfork.
Edna, really, do try to contain yourself. These outbursts of yours are becoming most tiresome. Colette's been with us a long time. I wouldn't like to lose her.
You'd rather lose me, I suppose.
Let's just say without you, I believe I could manage to scrape along somehow. But without Colette, I'd be lost.
Elliot, is that you?
Yes, my dear.
Don't take your things off. We'll be eating out this evening.
Oh, my dear Edna, you will have your little joke, won't you?
I'm perfectly serious. You'll get no dinner here.
No? Why, Colette ill?
She seemed well enough when she left.
Left?
That's what I said.
I don't think I quite understand. Where's she gone?
I've no idea. All I know is she won't be coming back.
Won't be... What are you talking about?
I dismissed her this morning.
Dismissed her?
Yes. She insulted me, so I ordered her to leave.
But, where did she go?
I told you I don't know.
Then you'd jolly well better go and find her, hadn't you?
Oh, no. She's not coming back into this house. Not while I'm capable of lifting a finger to stop her.
We'll see about that.
You can do what you like. Put spiders in my bed, cockroaches in the bath. It won't make any difference. This once I've made up my mind.
Have you? Have you indeed?
Where are you going?
To my room. And there I intend to remain till you return with Colette.
In that case, I suggest you go out and have something to eat first. You're in for a long wait.
That's up to you, my dear. But I have no intention of eating again till you bring her back.
He meant what he said, Mr. Simon. He's been locked in his room ever since.
But I understood you to say that this was 6 days ago.
That's right.
You mean he's been there without food for 6 days?
With the door locked and bolted.
He hasn't been out at all?
Certainly not to my knowledge.
But surely...
There's a bathroom adjoining. He has plenty of water, but no food supply whatever. For the past 3 nights, I've taken a tray up and left it at the door. But he won't touch a thing. Each time he's left it.
Incredible.
He's an incredible person.
Has he ever locked himself up or embarked upon a hunger strike before?
No. But he's done other things equally as stupid.
Oh, such as?
Well, for instance, he knows how terrified of insects and things I am.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do something that annoys him, he pays me back by putting a spider or something in my bed.
A spider in your bed?
Yes. Once he put a cockroach down the back of my dress, and he often drops them in the bath with me.
Oh.
So, you see, things like that.
He's not a violent man in any way.
Oh, no. Anything but. I don't ever recall him so much as raising his voice to me, let alone exercising any form of violence. He has other, more effective ways of getting what he wants.
And his present behavior is brought on solely by your dismissing this Colette Renoir.
Yes.
How long has she been with you?
7 years.
Oh, what prompted you to dismiss her?
She was rude to me. I lost my temper and told her to go.
I see. So she went. Now you want her back, is that it?
I have to get her back. He won't come out of that room or eat again until I do. And as much as I'd like to stick to my guns, I wouldn't like to see him do himself any harm. But the whole point of my coming to you is that I can't find Colette. I don't even know where to start looking. For that matter, she could have gone back to France.
Well, do you happen to know anything about her background? Where she lived before she entered your husband's employ? What she did?
She had a job in a Paris restaurant.
A job as a cook?
Yes. It was only a small place, but quite exclusive.
I see. But how did your husband come to meet her exactly?
To tell you the truth, I've never been too sure. He went there for dinner once or twice, to this restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Then one evening he brought her back to the flat with him.
And she's been with you ever since?
Yes, ever since.
Were you living in Paris at the time?
Yes.
Indefinitely?
Originally, we'd planned to spend 3 months. We ended up by staying 9.
And this was in connection with your husband's business, was it?
Well, he has no business. His father left him quite a lot, in bonds and so forth. He's never had to work, not since I've known him anyway. No, we were just staying there. For pleasure, I suppose you'd say.
He's a reasonably wealthy man, then.
Wealthy enough.
And you say that his main interest in life is food, is that it?
Definitely. It always has been.
Or did she be able to give it up altogether for so very long a time?
Oh, don't misunderstand me. He was never a big eater. Quantity doesn't interest him in the slightest. Just quality. He won't touch anything but the very best.
I see. Well, Miss Renoir must be a very fine cook.
He seems to think so.
You haven't thought of calling in the police, I suppose.
Police?
Under the circumstances, you'd be perfectly justified in so doing.
No. No, I'd rather just find Colette.
Oh, I see.
Believe me, Mr. Simon, I realize how absurd all this must seem to you. It's just that I know Elliot. I know how far he's capable of going, particularly when he makes up his mind to follow a certain course. And, well, even though I've never had a great deal of feeling for him, I can't just stand aside and let him go on like this. I tell you now, if Colette isn't found, he'll stay in that room till he drops dead of starvation.
Henry Simon returns to continue this story in just a moment. And here again is Henry Simon.
People never fail to amaze me, the things they get up to, their quirks, their idiosyncrasies. From his wife's description, Elliot Dryden was unquestionably an eccentric, a man who would do almost anything to get his own way, even to the extent of locking himself up in a room like a small child, and then going on a hunger strike. In certain respects, he bore the characteristics of a sadist, and yet in others, he bore those of a mild-mannered, docile husband. In either event, it appeared that he had to be protected from himself. And having agreed to accept the case, I duly sent for Agent Paul's study, whose reaction to the facts was very much as I'd expected.
It's like I always said, Chief. There are more people walking around the streets who ought to be in straitjackets than there are names in the phone directory.
Well, I wouldn't know much about that study, but certainly a great many people do have very peculiar tendencies.
Well, in my book, anybody who carries on like this Dryden guy is a nut. Nothing less. 6 days locked in a room without a bite to eat just because his wife sacks the cook. Oh, brother, how peculiar can you get?
Well, if all else fails, of course, the police will have to be called in to eject him forcibly. Unfortunately, they can't compel him to eat. The only person who can do that is Colette Renoir.
About whom we don't know a thing.
Except, of course, she's French.
Oh, well, that's going to get us a long way. There can't be more than about 500,000 or so French people in this country.
Yeah, I think your best bet might be to go and question Dryden himself.
Well, how am I supposed to get to him? Break down the door?
When he learns who you are, perhaps he'll open it.
And if he doesn't?
You can always try talking through it.
Yeah, well, I think I'd rather have it that way. I don't want to take any chances of being bopped in the dome.
From what I gather, you need have no fears of meeting trouble of that nature. According to Mrs. Dryden, he's a particularly mild sort of chap.
Even so, I wouldn't want to get too close. Just in case his confinements made him savage.
Well, I'll have to leave that to your discretion. I have the address here somewhere. Oh, yes, it's Wandsworth. 72 Argyle Parade. The Drydens' home in the outer London suburb of Wandsworth was no ordinary one. 3 stories high, it was set in spacious grounds. At the back was a grassy paddock. At the front, an expanse of lawn. A broad gravel drive led from the entrance gates to the house and on to a garage at the rear. At the front door, Study was greeted by our client, Edna Dryden, who, at his request, led him upstairs to her husband's room on the first floor.
Elliot! Elliot, there's someone here to see you. Mr. Study from the Missing Persons Bureau. He wants to ask you about Colette. Elliot!
Not talking, eh?
He may be asleep.
Let's see if I can rouse him. Hey, you there, Mr. Dryden. Hello? Look, do you want this woman found or don't you?
Send my wife away.
Oh, Elliot, don't be such a fool. Come out of there and behave like
Okay, Mrs. Dryden. You better do as he says. No sense antagonizing him further.
Whatever you say. It's all so absurd, so utterly ridiculous. I'll be in the drawing room when you want me.
Right. Okay, Dryden, she's gone. Do you open the door, or do we talk through it?
Wait.
Oh, please come in, my dear sir. So nice of you to call.
Somewhat taken aback by the other's unexpected affability, Study remained for a moment standing on the threshold, as though waiting for a second invitation. In appearance, Dryden looked as normal as any man he'd ever seen. Dressed casually in a grey jumper and slacks, he was immaculately groomed and seemed to be in perfect health. With a friendly smile, he shepherded the agent to an armchair and without further ado poured 2 drinks from a whiskey decanter on the mantel.
Water or soda, old chap?
Water, thanks. Just a dash. That's fine.
Here you are.
Look, excuse the puzzled frown, but I don't get it. According to Mrs. Dryden, you've been in here for almost a week without food of any kind. Yet I come in and find you looking like you just finished a 10-course meal. What gives?
Oh, purely a matter of constitution, old boy. But that's by the by. Oh, what's the news on Colette? You found her?
Hardly. Your wife only came to see us this morning.
Yes. I heard her phoning for an appointment. I thought you'd probably be along for a chat.
You're causing her a lot of worry. I suppose you know that.
No more than she's caused me.
Well, I've only heard her side of it, but the fact remains, she wants this Colette located. She retained us to trace her. The big drawback is she seems to know very little about the woman, which is why I've come to you. I figured maybe you could shed some light on her background.
My dear fellow, I know very little about her myself. Other than that, before entering my employ, she lived and worked in Paris.
Uh-huh. What was the name of the restaurant she was working in there? All your wife could tell us was that it was somewhere in Montmartre.
Chez Dominique in the Place de la Gare. Probably gone out of business by this, I should think. A great deal can happen in 7 years.
Uh-huh. Well, worth checking anyway.
Look here, old chap, you're barking up the wrong tree, you know. You take my tip and forget the whole thing. I'll see you're more than compensated financially.
But I thought you wanted it found.
Oh, so I do. But that's my wife's worry, not yours.
Your wife's paying us to do the worrying for her.
Well, whatever she's paying, I'll double it if you don't.
This gets more fantastic by the second. Do you want her traced, or don't you?
She'll turn up in due course.
Meanwhile, you'll sit here and waste away to a mere 14 stone, eh?
Oh, come, my boy. Let's not be obstinate about it. I want you to drop the case.
And if I don't feel like dropping it?
I think you will.
Well, think again, mister, because I'm not just now getting tired of this case. I'm only beginning to get wound up. You might be used to getting your own way where Mrs. Dryden's concerned, but there's one big difference between her and me.
Oh?
Yeah. I'm not scared of spiders.
But it doesn't make sense, Mr. Study. Are you sure you didn't misunderstand him?
He offered to double what you're paying if I agreed to drop the case. Did that sound like a misunderstanding?
It's beyond me. Unless he's delirious.
Yeah, well, maybe he is at that.
All this time without food, it must have taken its toll on him.
The queer thing about it is he looks so fit. And he can't have lost that much weight. His clothes seem to fit him okay.
Some people stay much the same, regardless.
Yeah. There's no way your husband could get out of this room unknown to you, is there?
Not unless he crept out at night after I was asleep.
Uh-huh. So you can't be sure he hasn't been slipping downstairs to the kitchen for a snack every night.
His room's next to mine. I'm a fairly heavy sleeper, but he couldn't be sure I wouldn't hear him. Still, I suppose it's possible. Although I haven't noticed any food missing.
Well, there's one way to find out. Tonight you'll go to bed at the usual time, and we'll see what happens.
You want me to stay awake and listen for him?
No, that won't be necessary. You just go to bed. I'll take it from there.
Accordingly, that same night, Edna Dryden retired at the customary time, shortly before 11 o'clock. From his hiding place, in a broom closet at the head of the stairs, Study had a perfectly clear view of both bedroom doors. The house was in darkness, Nothing stirred. 11:30 came. Midnight. He felt the pangs of cramp in his left leg. Cautiously, he massaged it, waiting for the minutes to pass. 1 o'clock. 1:15. And then, abruptly, came the faint sound of a key turning in a lock. The door to Dryden's room opened slowly, and a moment later a shadowy figure emerged. He was wearing a dressing gown and slippers, and he carried a torch, the beam of which probed the head of him as he crept stealthily along toward the stairs. The agent stood stock still in the closet as the figure stole by. Down the stairs, one at a time, swiftly, silently, along the hall at the back of the house. Then the sound of another door opening. A moment's pause, closing, then the padding, slippered footsteps returning. Back along the hall, up the stairs, the same shadowy figure, in one hand the torch, in the other what looked like a large hat box tied up with string. Back past the closet, into the room, the door closed, and then silence again. Hastily, but with caution, Sturry emerged from the closet, went down the stairs, along the hall to the back door. Outside it was pitch dark, but his eyes had become accustomed to the darkness, and he saw her at once. A woman wheeling a bicycle toward the gate at the far end of the trackless paddock that formed the Dryden's backyard. In a second he was after her, his footsteps muted in the soft grass. She almost got to the gate when she turned and saw him. Dropping the bicycle, she started to run, but her foot struck against some unseen object, and she sprawled headlong upon the ground.
Okay, just hold it there. Here. Give me your hand.
My ankle it is twisted.
Yeah, well, that's what happens to little girls who go on midnight jaunts. Come on. Get you back to the house.
No, stay away from me.
Well, if you'd rather spend the night here, that's all right by me. Study's the name, by the way.
I don't know you.
Maybe not, but I know you. Colette Renoir, isn't it not? You know, that ankle of yours is in bad shape. I'm afraid you're going to have to let me carry you.
No.
Okay, then. We'll talk here. Well?
It was all his idea. He talked me into it.
Into what? And why?
He wanted to teach her a lesson.
His wife?
Yes. She was always picking on me, making trouble. I threatened to leave if she did not let me alone, and he made her promise she will. But she does not keep this promise, and he is very angry with her. He tells me he will make her sorry for disobeying him, but that I must help him to do it.
Ah, so it was all prearranged, huh? You insult her, so she has no choice but to order you out. Then when Dryden comes home, she tells him what's happened. He turns on the big act, knowing she'll fall for it and finally be forced to eat humble pie. Knowing also that when you eventually show up again, she'll be so glad to see you, she'll change her tune towards you completely. Never step out of line again. Which suited you, because you wanted the drop on her, and more than suited him, because he wanted the drop on both of you. Am I right?
I did only as I was told.
And you've been smuggling meals to him every night, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, well, small wonder he looks so fit. Where have you been hiding out all this time, anyway?
I have been staying with a girlfriend.
Far from here?
Near the station. She has a flat. I've had use of the kitchen for cooking.
Ah, so everything fitted in fine. Too bad it didn't come off.
Well, what are you going to do?
That's for Mrs. Dryden to decide. Bright Boy's had his laugh. You've had yours. The last one's hers.
Henry Simon returns to conclude this story in just a moment. And here again is Henry Simon.
An incredible story, an incredible trio. Even now, as I look at the file on Colette Renoir, I find myself wondering whether Dryden was a complete bounder or just a misguided fool. In either case, his scheme backfired to such an extent that he's going to be a very long time getting over it. Indeed, all it accomplished was the one thing it had been designed to prevent, the ultimate departure of Colette Renoir, who, upon recovering from a very badly sprained ankle, returned to Paris forthwith, and to the best of my knowledge has not been heard of since. The only one to benefit, in fact, was Mrs. Dryden herself, who at long last became mistress. That is, sole mistress of the manor. And now, this is Henry Simon, as usual, inviting you to meet me here again and for the present bidding you au revoir.